Biography of Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath was an American poet born in Boston, Massachusetts. She had lived from October 1932 to February 1963. She died from committing suicide due to the depression she had endured for the majority of her life. She expressed her feelings and thoughts through writing some of the most confessional poems known to man. That is how she earned her legacy as one of America's greatest poets. Sylvia, as a child, was a perfectionist. Everyone around her considered her to be a great, intelligent person. She was popular, a straight-A student, and a poet. She even published her first poem at the age of 8. When she earned her scholarship to Smith College, she wrote more than 400 poems. Behind all the success, there is some unfortunate news. She was mentally ill due to the death of her father at age 8. For some reason, she had seemed to never live it down. Then she became extremely depressed and suicidal. In 1952, she attempted her first suicide at age 20 by overdosing on sleeping pills, and it almost was a complete success. Almost. After recovery, which included psychotherapy and electric shocks therapy, she continued to pursue her literary success, and she eventually earned a full ride to Cambridge. In 1956, she married an English poet by the name of Ted Hughes. 2 years later, she published her first book, The Colossus in England. Within the book, its contents showed her dedication to literature and what a superior poet can accomplish. In 1963, her and Ted had 2 children, and they became severely ill that same year during a long, harsh London winter. These difficulties she had to endure from her past and her life reinforced her needs to write poetry. She would usually write a poem a day after she realized that. Her last few poems seemed to show something dark and powerful possessing her to write deep, deathly, and cruel poems revolving around mental and physical pain. In February 1963, Sylvia killed herself with sticking her head in a gas oven, turning it on, and inhaling the carbon monoxide, which led to her suicide. After her death, her last 2 poems were published by none other than her husband, Ted Hughes.